Well, time flies when you're having fun.
How time flies when you're having fun, that's exactly right, yeah. Not even an intro today, guys, because I was late. It was me enjoying the wine, and Christina says, should be live now. Well, we're on time, I think. No, we're not. We're way over time. It's past 6 o'clock. Oh my God. That was such a good film. Here we go. I don't even know if anybody's watching. They might have all just turned off.
No.
So there, Tim's not coming today. No, they all wait for you guys because you guys are it. Don't sit too far back, you're out of frame. Ah, there you go.
Better?
Better. We're wide today. Wide. So let's see who's online. Hi guys. Please bear with me. I've gone to the library, my videos, and I should see Mystery Monday? No. That was my channel, it's me, not my videos. Okay, Balcony Banter. Wow, thank you guys, 92 people already online. The battery might run out on this, but I've got another one, and we can always use the internal one. Anyway, so ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Balcony Banter on Wednesday the 30th of September, right? Wow, it's the end of September already. It's still 30 degrees in the sun and 26 degrees in the shade here. We got wine today. I took a video of everything, but as always, I didn't transfer it over yet. But today we had chorizo sausage, black pudding, English Stilton wrapped in serrano ham, and little Spanish empanada wrapped up like Chinese wraps, and a jar of gazpacho, which is basically just olives and garlic and carrots and little gherkins in a pickle.
There's some Stilton left.
There's 4 pieces of Stilton left. Let me just show you this.
Thank you.
Stilton with serrano ham. That's really good. Of course, I'll put it in my mouth. I can't speak properly. Sounds good. Keeps jumping to ads. No, I didn't turn the ads on yet. I don't think. Sound is horrendous. Oh my God. How's that? Is that better? Built-in microphone. Let's plug this in here. Okay, guys, don't worry. Don't panic. Don't panic at all. My battery's run out.
That's live. That's live.
That's live.
I don't know. Yeah. That happens when you're live, no?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh, God.
But you are very quick.
I get all the people commenting afterwards saying, "You're crap."
How fast can he fast can he fix it?
How fast can you fix it?
I did Bob the Builder.
Okay. Wide line mic input. Should I screw this on before going live? I'll take this down. How's that? No, that's peaking. I don't know what's happened here. Okay. Bear with me. That should be better now. No. Why is that so? Ladies and gentlemen, it was my fault. I had this mic on very high gain. I apologise. It's going to go back up to 75 now. It was picking up everything. It's a very sensitive microphone, and it was picking up everything, but I apologise for that. So we should be better now. Do you want me to stop and start again? Turn the gain way down, I think. Yep, Daz, thank you very much. Down more, down more, down more. I'm envious of you all because you're living in a lovely sunny weather, but it's cold and rainy in Filey, Lynn Taylor. So, on that note, I do apologise. I've got the gain about right now, I think. It's not peaking anymore. It was this switch here on the side, which I got straight up into high gain, and that's why it was peaking. So, what have I got for you today? I've got a COVID update. I don't have any news about the tourism sector as yet. Somebody told me the meeting was actually cancelled, and I haven't read anything today about it. I've got a little bit of weather, and then we're going to go into Balcony Banter with the young ladies here, and today's topic is envy. And Ellie, if you're watching, Ellie and Mark, people we saw on Monday, she mentioned that envy and jealousy are two different things. That envy is something that you wish you had somebody had, but you don't feel bad to that person. And jealousy would be something like you're jealous of the person and you feel bad to them. So one's healthy, the other's not. We'll have a discussion about that. So let's go straight into COVID. What we got today is we've got 6,864 active cases, which actually come down from last week in the whole of the Canary Islands. Well done. But Tenerife has gone up, unfortunately. That's the biggest problem. So if we look at the whole of the Canary Islands trend, you can see that we're on a downward trend at the moment since the beginning of August. It peaked at around about the middle of September, and it's on the way down now in the whole of the Canary Islands. If we nip over to Tenerife, though, we are over the 2,000 mark. In fact, it's 2,001 active cases on Tenerife now. And as you can see in the bottom right-hand corner, over time, the two peaks look around about the same. So I'll zoom into the August one again. So this is Tenerife only for August to September. And you can see we're in sort of a weekend mode here, where it drops at the weekends and goes up again during the week, or the other way around. I'm not too sure which days they are actually, but it's sort of a that little trough that you see down there is basically because nobody's working, so that could be the Sunday. Okay, so if we look on where these people are, it's still again over in the La Laguna and Santa Cruz areas, Arona, Adeje, all in the 50s, whereas Adeje has taken over Arona now, so we have more cases here, but still in the 50s, which isn't too bad when you think we've got 50,000 population plus the tourists. Yeah, so that's not too bad. So I'll come back to this now. So I apologise again for the mic problem at the beginning, also for being late. I'll just have a quick look to see if everything's fine now. Okay, Wetty here is belting down into rain. Good evening from Dundee, rather wet. Okay, it's okay now. Thank you very much, guys. I do apologise. I know you're all screaming. And thank you to Meziani Ferrag for the fantastic donation there, $4.99. Thank you very, very much. And waving. Oh, mic drop. There we go. See if I missed anybody else. Nope, I think that's about it. Okay, so you've all come in and said hi. Evening Colombo should be out there. Okay, I'll get to these later. Sounds a bit fuzzy. Okay, sounds horrible. So we've done the sound. That's perfect. I'm gonna calm down for a minute now. I'm gonna calm down because on Monday we had a really calm chit chat, didn't we? And I think a lot of people like that. So I'm gonna have a glass of wine. Cheers. And I'm going to go over to the weather. Now, before I go over to the weather app I'm using is Weather HD from the Meteo Group, and it's a paid app if you want 14 days of weather forecast. But if you only want a few days of weather forecast, it's free. I'm not paid to say that, but I think it's quite nice. The only thing is that it just says sunny all day, all week for the next 14 days, and then it sort of changes its mind nearer the day, so it gets more information. And then this one made me laugh this morning. I took the screenshot at lunchtime, and this says it's going to be sunny for the next 14 days, except next Tuesday. And look at it here. It's except next Tuesday. And he says next Tuesday is going to be thunderstorms and raining. Well, not thunderstorms, but it's torrential rain. And no sun whatsoever. And I mean, how can they be so specific over a week out in front? That's amazing. That is amazing, yeah? What do you guys think, you know? So look over here, and you'll see the weather. So today we got Balcony Banter with Juliani and Christina. And what I'm going to do now, have you finished scoffing for now?
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pull the camera over to them and give them the microphone, and then we're going to have a chit-chat about envy. In the meantime, whilst they're chit-chatting, I'll have a look at some of the comments you've made, and if there are any that are not just hi and hello from such and such, then I'll try and come back and answer those. So if you do have a specific question or you want to join in the discussion,
Yes.
then write it down and I'll do the moderation there. And so straight away now, I'm going to give them the microphone. Put the wire underneath the spring rolls, and I'm going to solo them. I'm going to do this.
So,
Bring it down a touch. Take the wine bottle out of the way.
and the wine glass.
Like that. And then I'm going to zoom in on them. Okay, ladles and jelly spoons. So, you now have the floor. The topic today, ladies, is envy.
Envy.
And I know what you're going to say.
No, I don't envy you at all. No, but I would like to know why you came up with that topic. You sent me the topic yesterday, and I just wanted to know why you came up with it, how you came up with it.
I don't know really. I think I was misunderstood because I always thought envy was something bad.
Well, it can be.
Yeah.
Can be.
Yeah. Night.
Yeah. Exactly.
No, talk about
yeah.
night.
Yeah. Well, and then you were saying that envy can also be something good,
Yeah, I've learned that the other day.
and that's actually interesting, because I also always thought that envy is something more negative, and it's like a negative state of mind actually. But it can be also seen in a positive way, like in German you have gesunder Neid, so which is like healthy envying, like when you say to your friends, oh well, I'm so jealous, or I'm envying you because you were maybe going out on a holiday break, and you can sit in the sun, and you are freezing there in the cold or in the rain, and that's healthy envying. No, I don't know. How do you see that, Christine?
Yeah, that's right. Because I just know people who have unhealthy envy. Like they envy somebody who's got a bigger car,
Okay.
more money, bigger house.
And would you say that that kind of envy, that negative envy, stems from maybe a low self-esteem?
Probably because the things they envy about are really unimportant.
They're very materialistic things,
Yeah.
actually. Yeah, which which if that person would be ambitious or put more effort to or strive more, him or herself would be able to achieve it as well, maybe.
Yeah.
So there is not really a need to envy, no?
But they think they would look better if they had them as well.
Hmm. So what would you say, or could you recommend if you feel that way? Because I can imagine that it's not really a healthy state of mind to be
Yeah.
with, nor for the person who envies, neither to the person who is envied,
Yeah.
right?
Because you don't know what's going on in the person's life who has everything. He
Exactly.
might still be unhappy.
Yeah. So, well, I mean, we all got to play a certain role in life,
Yeah.
and a certain tasks that are given to us in our lifetime, I guess, and we got to yeah be yeah be useful and of service in the most yeah in the best way we can,
Yeah.
and yeah, and be um, growing, and sometimes growing is not only in materialistic realms. It's also
Yeah.
growing maybe in a spiritual way, which I personally think is right now in this global situation a very useful thing to be growing towards. It's growing more in a spiritual way, because sometimes when we focus too much on on only the physical part that is the most obvious part of us, then yeah, we can get to those low planes of vibration
Yeah.
where we just indulge in negative states like envy, but then getting on a spiritual path is like seeing that we gotta do our best and the best we can in the best way, and growing, whether it is growing in talents or in kindness or in courage, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's or not. What do you say, Tim?
I need to take the microphone back.
Oh, you need to take the microphone back.
Because we don't have to. And also, I've got to turn the camera and go wide. Oh, I'll just stay in here. Oh, that's not me. Hang on, let's take that off. That's me. Yeah, so we got a couple of comments, but not a lot to do with envy, really. Some people were saying they're envious of us sitting here in the sun.
And eating.
And eating, yes. Eating.
That's healthy envy then.
That is healthy envy, yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a story about envy, and I think I've said it before, but because there are a lot more of you now, I'll say it again. And I've got to backtrack a little bit. Before the lockdown, the original lockdown, I used to go out in the afternoon for a couple of hours and do a bit of magic, and just to entertain people on the street, in the bars, and then pass the hat. And I get a couple of bob in the hat, and whatever I collected, I'd go and buy dinner with it. So it was just like a self-funding hobby. And I was outside Tanyo's one day, and I was doing a show, and I do quite a big show in Tanyo's, loud and what have you. And I don't really do stage tricks, but I think that my bubbly exterior comes across quite well. There's one guy in the crowd, and he'd had a few to drink, you could tell, and he was a nice lad. And after the show, I went and collected a couple of bob out of the hat, and he put 20 quid in my hat, English pounds. And I said, no, that's too much, because I knew he was drunk. I didn't want to take advantage of the fact that he'd had a few drinks. And he said, no, you take it, I'm all right. So I said, well, thank you very, very much, it's much appreciated. And I took it, because, And then we went and packed the car up, didn't we, kid? And he came, and I was putting the wheelchair back in the car, and I came round to the driver's door, and he sat in the driver's seat, talking to Chris, who I put in the car. I thought, well, he's given me 20 quid, and he seems harmless enough. And he was chit-chatting away, and he ended up being quite a nice lad, to tell you the truth. And he was Scottish, so when I thought he was slurring, he was just had a thick accent, I mean, he was obviously had a few drinks, but that compounded it in my ears. No disrespect to any Scots out there, And but he was, so he ended up being, and he says, I want to buy you dinner. And we didn't really want to go and have dinner, did we? Because you don't like eating out, do you? And so I said, look, we'll come and have a drink with you, but thank you very, very much for all you've done and what have you. And he was asking a lot of questions about our lives and what we do and do we live off this and stuff like that. And eventually he gave Christina another 20, didn't he? And I said, no, it's got to stop now, because it's getting too much. And he says, don't worry. He says, I'm a millionaire. I've got a boat in the harbour. He says, and I'm going to finance you guys. He says, I'm going to give you £2,000 a month. And come and meet me tonight or tomorrow night it was, wasn't it, on the Saturday, at 8 o'clock here, he says, and we'll chit-chat and we'll sort it all out for you, and you won't have to worry about anything else in your life. And I was gobsmacked, wasn't I? And then next to us on the table, there was a young couple from Britain, probably northern Britain. They had sort of Manchester, Liverpool-y type accents. And they turned round to the table and they sort of says, he's trying to scam you, mate. He's trying to scam you. Don't give him nothing. Look, he's got a card over there, And all of a sudden, this guy comes into our life, not the millionaire, and we were the baddies. We were the guy trying to scam the drunken Scotsman, millionaire. And that to me, it started that something's changed. Something's changed in the world, where the envy now ends up as jealousy. It ends up as jealousy. And this guy was adamant that this guy shouldn't give us any money and that we're all scamming him, and I've probably got a villa in the hill, and he made up this and I didn't know him from Adam. And his girlfriend's backing him up, yeah, right, chewing with the bloody mouth open, And so, anyway, to cut a long story short, I went down the next afternoon to the bar, left him a message saying thank you very much, but no thanks, because I wouldn't know what to do with £2,000. And also, he might have been joking, or he might have been really drunk, And if he had have been serious, and if he was serious, we'd thank him very much if he's watching. But obviously we don't want to do that. We don't want to take charity like that. And also, who knows what he's going to ask you to do for the £2,000 a month down the line, Can you take this bag and, stick it? You're right, yeah. So, you don't know. But he could have been genuine, and he probably was, but it's not what we do, is it, kid? But the other couple jumped in the conversation when it turned to money and stuff like that. And that to me was the end of my human, I don't know what the word is, belief in some of the humans. I saw it then as something's changed.
I think that in moments, in situations where people are deprived of certain benefits, a negative state of mind like that one of envy can easily spread. It's easier to spread in minds that are deprived of something, whether it is living a healthy life, whether it is money, or whether it is lack of love or anything that is not there and that is absent in someone's life. Then this state of mind can arise more quickly because it's something that you might see in other people's lives, and you don't have it, and in that moment you're so ignorant, maybe, ignorant in the sense of not knowing how to get there, that you just indulge in such a really destructive emotion, which is very destructive. And actually, the only thing we can do better is focus on our own personal growth. How we have so many benefits and so many good aspects about our own selves. So there is no need to envy, because we are all individuals anyway. I'm never going to be a Tim, or I'm never going to be a Christine, or I'm never going to be someone else anyway, other than my own self. So it's developing those superpowers in yourself, and make them better, and give and share to the world, like you are doing, for example. I mean, I'm sure that there were moments in your situation where I can imagine that you were also feeling maybe a bit like hands. How do you say
You
that?
say, June?
Hände gebunden, hands cuffed.
Yeah, your hands are tied.
Tied, yeah.
Yeah.
So and then it's like, damn it, how do I get out there? I want it so badly, and I don't know how. And that's that moment of being ignorant about something, and that's where we get so frustrated. And then it's always taking yourself back to patience, being patient, because angry is not the solution. Being angry about it is never the solution. And
Ladies
that's
and
easy.
gentlemen.
That's easier said than done, obviously.
Another band.
And ladies and gentlemen, sorry, that is the whole thing. It's angry is, don't be angry.
Yeah.
The other thing that triggers the envy is the immigrants. Because people always go, hey, they get a lot of money,
Mm-hmm.
and they didn't do anything for it. But I always think, would you like to leave your country to a faraway place where you don't speak the language?
Yeah.
No matter how much they get.
That's true. Like
Just a minute. I'm an immigrant and I get nothing.
we're all immigrants here in Spain, aren't
Yeah.
we? Exactly. No, but that's all. I think it's always the tricky thing is to be more empathetic and to actually put yourself in the shoes of someone else. You know, making that effort actually to put yourself in somebody else's shoes. And then I think we would come to see that yes, that person is paying a big price, actually a high price to have all those nice things, or to live the life they're living. And then the same as like what you said, immigrants, they pay a big price for their freedom, and freedom is something very precious to a lot of people in the whole wide world. It is. Freedom.
Sorry, I wasn't watching. I'm watching the MacMaster on the other channel. Anybody who's missing the MacMaster is gone live now, so I'm going to cut this one short so that you don't feel like you've got to stay with me. I think we've discussed envy up to a point now where we can sort of close it down. I've actually looked at all the comments and you're all very nice. A lot of people were sort of saying that we did the right thing. A lot of people were saying that we are, they're envy of us, but in a good way. A lot of people are saying, give Christina another sausage roll. It's actually a Chinese roll.
sogar 2 haben.
Careful what you wish for, exactly. Raimundo says, well done, Tim. No trust in the world today. Some people are genuine, but it's difficult to tell these days. That is true. Raimundo, you are the last guy. Or on Gordon. Oh, you can watch both, Gordon. But as I say, we're going to close it down today. We'd like to thank you all for joining us today. Don't forget that on Friday, I'll be out and about somewhere. So if you're in the island, I'll let you know tomorrow where I'm going to be. It's probably going to be around here. Maybe I'll go over to Playa Paradiso or down to the village again. And I've got a few little films that I've done during the week that I'll show you. And we'll just have a chit chat. And that'll be mostly me reading you guys. So I'm going to go wide again. And we're going to say goodbye. So, let's do it like that. So this is Tim.
And Juliane.
Filling with MS in Tenerife and holistic mentoring in Callao Savaki. Living with MS in Tenerife. Signing off.
Signing off.
Bye.
Bye.